Right, let's carry on from where we left off yesterday. Right, let's see where we are. Kuno's encampment. So we're going to need the Old Faithful potions and hope for the best. Right, let's go.
Yeah. I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sakuno. Sakuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me. I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief. These here are the Bearman brothers. Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, well, it ain't a pretty sight.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind the fancy poses, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir? Well, sir, this is Henry. From Lord Kobler.
Ah, it's about time Radzig got round to this. We need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsying. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You pull them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Where were we? Oh yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. Well, as I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. We could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right?
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
Put your sword out. Come on, Henry.
fare badly at all, I must say. You can ride with us.
All right, good. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Sir Kuno, can you tell me something about yourself?
Drop the sir. That title brought me nothing but grief. But what do you want to know?
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family lost its wealth. How did that happen?
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. Especially when your father's a fool. And your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickvold Castle. But that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynitz. And my father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynitz.
Well, nobles can be very devout sometimes.
Not my old man. He cursed like a tanner's hand. More than once, he threatened to take a whip to our parish priest. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window. I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter.
Christ, that sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. Poor lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. But then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near a Kovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too.
That's pretty harsh.
You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand to something, you'll never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
What about your debt to Sir Radzig? How did that come about?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. Some trade dispute it was, and I fought under the Schallenberg colours. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way, and it was there that I met Radzig Kobyla. I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. A likeable rogue, with a sharp mind and a merry soul. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking, and in the morning we set off together, with sore heads, but in good temper, since he was travelling to Colleen same as I was. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burghers had it in for me, since I'd been making their lives hell for a good 6 months. On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. And then it hit me why Radzig was there. Colleen is a royal city, so he was there to represent the king's interests.
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon, And a few days later, word reached me that the Schallenbergs had reached an agreement with the Burgers. Only part of the deal was they would give them my head. And I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick, so he somehow squared things with the city council.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before for help. This is the third time, and how could I refuse him?
I'd like to ask about your men.
Ask away.
What about the fellow they call Dangler?
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for that, he listens all the better. Nothing escapes him.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone, and Dangler told me after that he didn't like the smell of the fella nearly every time he was right, and the fellow tried to stab me in the back afterwards.
Those Behrman brothers are quite a pair.
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in, well, a bear. If I told them to skewer you on the spot, they'd do it, without batting an eyelid.
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. But they're as obedient as a huntsman's dogs. Real soldiers, the pair of them. Reliable, as long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under control. But nobody's perfect.
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching? For one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time. You'll find he has quite a knack for that.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but I'd be betraying his trust.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Maybe I should ask him myself.
Sure, why not? Our Fletch does love to converse.
I'm just getting comfortable. It's better.
What about that dumb one? How did he end up with you?
The stone? Oh, he just kind of tagged along.
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Kladsko, when we ran into him and some other wayfarers camping along the way. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two. Then we travelled on together. After all, there's safety in numbers.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of, but wayfarers are sacred even for me. Anyway, our fellow travellers dropped off along the way. One in Mohelnitz, one in Schoenberg, and the rest in Kladsko. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. The fellas kept asking him what he was after, but of course he never said a word. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the castle, and I didn't want any strangers sticking their noses in. Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. That's when we gave him the name. Then the Behrman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped down and felled Petter with one punch. A man who can do that is a man you want on your side. So we kept him.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk?
No, I figured if he can't talk, he can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
What about Jakey?
Jakey, that boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And unlike those other cutthroats, he seems to me like a good lad.
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes, too.
A boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be, we'd end up with a third bear man. And who'd want that?
True. 2 is more than enough.
Hi, Johnny. How are you today? And it's been too bloody hot this afternoon. Went out with
Should
my
we ride
daughter
out?
to town.
Aye, we ought to set out on patrol about now. Hope you've got your kit ready and whatnot. I'd like to head to the north. Is there anything interesting that way?
North of here, Samapesh and Merhoyed are that way, and Talmberg is a bit further on. There's stables in Merhoyed.
I wouldn't mind paying a visit to those stables. We can go through there.
And from there?
From there, we'll follow our noses. Something interesting is sure to turn up. I feel it in my bones. Mount up and let's go.
Sure. Chief.
I'm doing alright. I ran out of my CBD, so I had to go and stock up. And I got to spend the afternoon with my youngest, so that's a bonus. I think we both had a really good time out. It's not often I'm able to actually go out. Bit late now, I just spent, what, £60 roughly on CBD? And that's just to make sure I've got enough until I get paid next.
What a fine day, eh, brother?
Indeed, brother.
You know what I like best about days like this, Jan?
The scent of chamomile wafting from the hillsides.
Among other things.
Ah, like the rounded hills, rising, perky, all soft and pink in the sunlight.
And the fertile valley below, spreading wide and inviting.
Dew glistening in a mossy hollow.
The sweet aroma of honey in the air.
The sturdy poplar, standing tall and erect.
Aye. It reminds me of that day. That day when the two of us fucked Fletcher's ma.
Very droll. You'd make a stuffed bird laugh.
Your ma's a stuffed bird. I stuffed her myself.
I can't smell any chamomile.
Well, men, how are things?
May I?
Yes, Fletch?
How shall I put it? I'm a little concerned about the prospect.
Oh, how's that?
I've been looking around and it feels it seems to me that the good stuff is all found in the arsenal.
It's not Paris, France, I'll grant you.
What I mean to say is, I haven't kept arrows since the day Jakey dropped them. It makes me uneasy, Chief.
I see. What about the rest of you?
I don't know what Fletcher's moaning about. There's plenty of booze and loose wenches nearby.
Not to mention fools in the taverns who don't know when to stop rolling those dice.
Dangler?
It's the arsehole of beyond everywhere we go. It always makes me uneasy.
Jakey?
Fletch can complain. I was supposed to get a suit of armor, and all I got was a shitty kettle hat.
Sorry, but they don't do hauberks in girl sizes.
Oh, well how did you get yours then?
All right, I appreciate your honesty, lads. Don't worry, there will be plunder. We're here to fight, and to the victor the spoils. That's how it's always been. But no purse of silver will shed blood for you on the battlefield. That's what this company is for. And I hope you never forget the golden rule. You can joke all you want, moan all you want, but nothing will keep your skins in one piece better than trusting your leader, who you choose by your own free will. So don't ever forget that.
Amen.
Chief, I think there's something going on over there.
Let's go! Behind me, and keep your eyes peeled.
groschen hidden in a piss pot under the bed. A nice chunk of beef no one there will be eating.
On account of it'd just fall out through the holes in their bellies, eh, brother?
My mouth is already watering, brother, and I ain't even touched a purse yet.
Once you get your hands on some loot, I'll be happy to play you for your hard-earned groschen back at the camp.
Poor old Fletch. Never gets to see the action from close up.
What about you, Dangler? What do you expect to find?
Futility in human suffering, like always.
Always full of good cheer, eh, Dangler? Why don't you take a leaf out of Stone's book? Shut the fuck up.
Jesus, I wish you'd all shut the fuck up.
Keep your eyes peeled, though. There might be someone hiding out here still. Look for clues and question the survivors, if there are any.
How much is that? I normally get the CBD hemp shake from Professor Herb, and it normally costs me £20 a packet, but the shop I went to was selling it 15. So I got 3 packets, only cost me an extra £5. And then I got some CBD gummies. That should keep me stocked for about 2-3 weeks with a bit of luck.
God almighty. Looks like it happened fast. No signs of resistance. They simply slaughtered them like animals.
I don't know, Johnny. I'll have to have a look in a bit. I'll just get this bit done and then I'll have a look. But it's better than taking painkillers, because the doctors had me on so many they just don't work anymore. So they had a choice. They could either give me morphine or agree to let me go on the marijuana trials, which I'm trying to do at the moment. And they can't put me on morphine because I'm extremely allergic. No.
Kuno will want to know about this.
Hang on, I'm just having a look at the packet. Right, 2 seconds. It's 1,000 milligrams in the hemp shake, and the sweets are. Hang on, that can't be right. 1,000 milligrams in the hemp shake, and 300 milligrams in the CBD gummies. Yeah, with painkillers I was on tramadol, and I told the doctor after 1.5 years that they'd stop working. And he said, wow, you're going to have to stay on them, there's a chance of coma and everything else. So for 10 years I was on them, but having no pain control. So eventually I took myself off and changed over to CBD, and it's allowed me
I
to
found
do a
this
lot
shield
more.
in a shed along with a letter. Seems like someone left us a message.
Show me that. I know that crest. It's the House of Zul. A dangerous lot, God's truth. I don't think we'll find anything else here. We'll stay here a while, just in case. And you should go and report to Radzig what happened.
What do you know about these Zuls?
A family of impoverished nobles. They fought in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia. But what they're after in Bohemia, I've no idea.
I thought I could go and search for those raiders. They might not have gotten very far yet.
All right. It's always good to have an extra pair of eyes. We'll keep searching here for a while, and then head back to the camp.
In England, the marijuana and the THC is not legal. So we're only allowed to get the CBD with, if there's any THC, it has to be a very, very, very tiny amount. So this helps, but I'm planning to get onto the trials and see what happens. But I don't want it so I can get high or anything like that. I just want it for the pain relief. There's me riding off. Where am I going? Let's have a look. Heading to Radzig, and I don't want to do that. Try and find traces of the attackers. Let's head back the way I'm going the wrong way. Right, there's the place on fire. Now we're going the right way. Hang on a sec. What have you got, Kate? Oh. Whoa. Thank you. Right, we'll go from the rest on foot for a minute.
Poor creature. Hunted down like game.
There's another CBD I get, and that's a bit more expensive.
Looks like they carried
And that
away
one
a lot
makes
of
me
stuff.
feel really, really sleepy. So I take that one, I smoke that one at night.
They went this way. Seems they met some resistance at the farm.
Some blood. Where did it go? This way. Can hear them. Oh, they're up there. It's going back. It's there.
Yeah.
It's a stone. Chase down the trackers, the raiders. Right, let's go back there again. Obviously I missed something, but for the life of me I can't work out what.
Yeah.
Unless the game's glitching again.
Yeah.
It's just ride in, ride around and ride out. Right, hopefully that registered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yep, that registered. Obviously I must have not got close enough. Poor Ham gets the blame for everything at the moment. But I think this time he's innocent. Right, where's he buggered off to? Sec, I'm just reading your message. But it's good that your pain and that's
I
taken
tracked down those
control,
raiders.
taken care of.
You did? Well, nice work. So where are they?
A short way to the east, in a glade in the woods. They're dividing up their loot.
How many of them are there?
About 10 or so.
10? Fuck, I don't like those odds. I'll tell the lads we're gonna deal with them. Nice and quiet. Hey, to me, now! Listen up! Henry tracked down those bastards who raided the farm. They're dividing up their loot, not far from here. So let's pounce on them and give them what for. Move out!
They're probably going to get annoyed with Henry again, because every time they do a raid or they kill people, they like to loot them. 9 times out of 10, Henry beats them to it.
Quiet as the grave, as the stone would say.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that one since. Let me see.
At a loss for words, are you?
Stop it, please. Or I'll split my sides laughing.
I feel sorry for the stone. Imagine not being able to insult your enemy's mother.
Ah, big mouth Jakey makes up for it.
I don't know how you managed without me for so long.
Let's make sure the horse is empty. Yep. Well, not empty, but near enough.
Who was it needed their back covered last time?
Jakey.
Jakey,
Fuck you. I don't need minding.
we all cover each other's backs. That's how this band works.
Get used to it.
I've no intention of getting myself killed by a bunch of bandits who pillaged a farm for cabbage.
Well, I don't know. You might get mistaken for a cabbage yourself.
Aye, he's green enough.
I'll cover you, Jakey. Got it?
Thanks a lot, Flathead.
I was looking forward to a nice fight. Hopefully it's not a sign of Xbox going down. Hopefully we saved just before the fight. It's hard when there's so many of them not to accidentally hit your friends, if you can call them that.
God.
Take everything that's not nailed down.
I like that faint stripe.
What do you call that? Trade, son. Like you lost your puff fighting that other fucker, didn't you, brother?
Nah, I was just faking it to confuse him.
Oh, yeah? So how come you were still breathless after, eh?
Come on, out of the way, Mum.
You know what I like?
Right, tell.
Right, we're not going to be able to fit all this on the horse, I don't think. But we'll try. can't carry more than 10.
Hack him from all sides.
Until he falls in a bloody heap on the ground. I love that.
Right, we'll have a look
We
around here
ought to
for
wager on who delivers the fatal blows.
clues.
A new wager.
Meanwhile,
Fletch
Henry,
will be up for
you
that.
go and
We
report
gotta
to
do
Radzi.
something to spice things up. To make it more like a proper war. Maybe if we timed our attacks better.
It'll look more like a battle plan, eh?
Where have I got to go? I wasn't paying attention. Right. Report to Sir Radzik. The only reason they want me gone is they want to loot the bodies and they want to loot the stuff that was left behind.
Everyone's still going to lay into that last fucker with everything they got anyway.
Aye. Even if we have to chase him all the way to Ollamont to do it.
Alright. Next time we'll see who delivers the crazy grub.
Jake can keep an eye on it.
Nearest town. Nearest town. A bed. Townburg.
Yeah.
So what game have you been playing? I forgot to ask you, Johnny, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
See the card. Watched some of what Ham was playing last night. I don't know if you was playing it as well, but it got too late for me and I had to go to sleep, but so far it looks good.
Yeah.
Hey, get out of here. There's no place for the likes of you. Get out of here. Oh, dear God.
You're a poacher, what do you expect? I knew there was something that he had or was in his chest, and I couldn't remember what it was, but it was the lucky dice. So that'll come in handy. Good job I'm near town. Fancy poaching right underneath the gamekeeper's nose. Oh, come on, don't fancy getting trapped in there. They get it fixed 12th of whenever, and then it'll go down 13th of whenever. It just seems like constant work needing done at the moment on their end. So it weren't so long ago before Xbox went down. I don't think I've seen that show, Chef. I don't really watch much telly, I just play computer games a lot. Or should I say I watch Netflix and Amazon and Disney Plus, but not much normal telly. I think the streaming services are better because you watch channels like the BBC or other channels and it's mostly repeats that you've seen ages ago or you saw not so long ago, and I don't know whether you pay for TV licenses where you are, but we do in the UK, and it's not as if they repeat the TV license, but they make us pay it over and over again for stuff we've already paid for. To keep hold of one of them on the horse. Again. I wonder why my bow's not attached. why it's not ripped, that's what I meant. Go. Level 15. Take one of those. So I'm not sure what the level is. Quick sleep. It's crazy to me that you don't have to pay for a TV license. Because over here, if you've got a telly that's capable of watching the BBC or live TV as it's being broadcast, you've got to have a license. Otherwise you risk going to, well, you used to risk going to prison. You risk getting £1,000 worth of fines. And it's just crazy. So you're not only paying for your streaming services, but you've got to pay for your license as well.
The storm is a sign from God.
Yep. Better feed them up.
There's the good doggy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Smug. Let's have a look. Looks like the Tanners. It's the bathhouse. Let's have a look. It's not him.
That's something hereabouts. Hey!
It's at the start of the Gamekeeper's quest. I hope it is, because I like that one.
Yeah.
It says it's there. Let's take a look. We spoke to you? God. I think we've talked to him since the episode at the monastery.
Well, I never. Mother of God.
Who is it?
My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
Have you got any work that needs doing?
Not much. Unless you're not averse to a bit of risk.
How do you mean?
As you can see, I tan hides. I can only buy them from the master huntsman, and he never gives me enough. I'd hunt them down myself, only he keeps a close watch on me. But you now...
Well, I don't think the master huntsman would be any happier about me hunting on his preserve.
He wouldn't, if he caught you at it. Look here, I'll pay a good price for whatever you bring me. And sometimes I have to fill an order and I need something in particular. In which case, I would pay you extra. And if you help me out a few times, I might be able to teach you something useful.
Couldn't you use some hides?
I'm in need of boar hides, believe it or not. They don't make very good leather, but the cobbler uses it to make cheap shoes. And there's a lot of demand before autumn. See you later.
At the moment, I've completed every part of A Woman's Lot. I don't know whether you saw the rest of the stream from yesterday after you went shopping, but I managed to save Johanka, and her and Matthias are doing really well. Trying to think. Band of Bastards is the one I'm working on at the moment. Zahan's Capon one, I'm most of the way through. And From the Ashes, I've completely finished it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm planning on completing all of them before I get to the end of the game. Because if you don't complete all of them, you don't actually get to finish the game. You don't get the achievement for finishing. So I'm just trying to do as much of the game as possible, even if it means it goes on for quite a while longer. Try and do all the quests, all the side quests, all the DLCs, do the whole lot. So far, the only quest that I've failed isn't because of me, it's because it's a glitch with the game. And that's the one with the 3 women and the devil with Father Godwin. No matter how many times I tried, it just wouldn't go. Let's find Servatzik.
G'day, Henry.
Greetings. What do you need?
Sir, my investigation led me back to Scalitz, and I happened across a criminal there. I just wanted to report to you, sir, that I dealt with that murderer. He attacked me and... well, I got the better of him. He won't be doing any more harm to anyone.
That was a brave deed, Henry. Thank you. I see you've been doing an excellent job in my service. I sent a patrol there some time ago, and they never returned.
Sir, I'm afraid I have some bad news. We came across a burnt-out farm near Merhoyed.
Christ! It seems Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
Now, this is something else, sir. We found a shield there with a crest. A tricolour star on a blue field.
I know that coat of arms, unfortunately. It's the House of Zul.
There was a letter there, too.
Show it to me. Although I think I already know what it will say.
Here you are, sir.
Unscrupulous beast. Cruelty and malevolence. I challenge you to face me in a duel. Defend your honor. Antinomious wretch. Well, that's nice. Signed, Hagen Zul. As I expected, old grievances coming back to haunt me.
This Sir Hagen wants to challenge you to a duel.
Apparently, he still hopes I will agree to this kind of outmoded solution to disputes.
Surely you can't refuse a challenge to a duel. What about your honor?
Henry, my boy, honor is a splendid thing, and it should be held in high regard. But in time, you'll learn that some matters are not so straightforward.
Like this one?
Yes, like this one. The only reason Hagen is challenging me now is that he has a marked advantage. I've served as the royal hetman for the last 15 years and become a courtier. Hagen, meanwhile, was fighting in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia and elsewhere as a mercenary. Which of us do you think would win a duel? That's not honor, but an abuse of honor. Commonplace opportunism. I don't blame him for trying, but I'm not such a fool as to play by his rules.
What happened between you and Sir Hagen?
That's a long story.
Well, I'd like to hear the whole story, sir, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. It began in the first year of King Wenceslas's reign. He sent me to resolve a dispute between the Zuls and a neighbouring house. It concerned land boundaries. The Zuls had refused to accept the ruling of the land court. His Majesty's position was a little shaky after his coronation. So a decision was made in the royal court to take radical action against any dissent in the kingdom. Since the Zul family was defying the king, we were obliged to punish them. Harshly, as the circumstances demanded. The head of the family, Hagen's father, was hanged, their castle razed to the ground and their property confiscated.
So, they're out for vengeance. But you acted according to the law.
Would it were that simple, lad. I was young and didn't realize the repercussions it would bring. For one thing, the king didn't use it to strengthen his position. On the contrary, he took less and less interest in such affairs.
How come?
Because he realized things would eventually sort themselves out. He promoted me to royal hetman, leaving him to pursue other interests. Secondly, my actions essentially created another band of robbers. When you strip a nobleman of his property, you can't expect him to take to begging. And thirdly, I wasn't aware at the time that the other party to the dispute was distantly related to me. Naturally, that made it look like I was acting in self-interest. If I'd known what I know today, I'd have been a lot more circumspect.
Well, what are we going to do about this?
You and Kuno's band will just have to deal with Hagen and prevent further mayhem. The longer he's marauding around these parts, the greater the chances that I'll finally have to succumb to his conditions.
So you'd fight him, if it came to that?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But maybe there's something else behind this challenge. Maybe it's coin he's after. Who knows?
All right. We'll deal with him, sir.
I'm sure you will, Henry.
I'd like to ask something about this Sir Hagen.
Sure.
What happened between
Dad,
you and Sir
missed
Hagen?
something
That's
on
a
this.
long...
Well, if I'm to know what I'm up against, I'll...
True. All right. So,
We've
ever
already
since
heard
then...
the
But you acted in...
story.
Yes.
Good luck then.
Still up, so just ignore that.
Greetings. What business have you? Take care.
Like Sir Hanish. He's like one of those blokes that you think would bite your head off, but underneath he's just a big teddy bear and all gruff. It's quite funny. Let's go to bed. Take Teresa out in the morning if it's time, and then go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever played KCD before, Johnny? I think you should get it and give it a try before the second one comes out. It's actually really good. It takes a while for you to work out exactly what you're doing, but once you've got it, it's quite good. It's quite easy. This one's my 11th playthrough, but the first time streaming.
Yeah.
What's the marker down there? Let's go and see what this one is for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling this is to do with a blacksmith, either the magic or the one that's lost his son. Come on. Get off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the place I went to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are we going? Is that all it was? Take that marker off. I thought it was a DLC one that I was doing. Screwed up. A lot of people are saying that KCD's really hard to do lockpicks and that with a controller. But I found with my Xbox One controller it's absolutely no problem at all.
Yeah.
And the rest of the game's controller friendly completely. I can hear myself talking on my phone because I'm making sure the stream doesn't crash. And I know I'm getting some of my words mixed up, but that's just part of what's going on with me. Some days are better than others, some weeks are better than others. If I get my words mixed up, hopefully you'll understand what I'm on about.
I'd been to see Sir Radzik.
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about it.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zul's plundering my estates either. If I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north, and then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
Thanks, Johnny. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my Pompey accent. What accent have you got? Alright then, what country are you from? And then we can try and work out what accent you've got. Ah, you got a Canadian accent. Therefore, you do have one. Lancashire in the UK. Is that what you're on about?
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here.
What do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll re-choose it soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man on the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet. Listen.
For the love of God, help!
Please, please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzik. In the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls... You've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah. Let them get well soaked, and then go and chop them up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry. But it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
You promised Sir Radzig you protect his fiefdom, and that means his subjects too.
Come on, it's not like their lives are in any real danger. Hagen's men just want a bit of fun.
A bit of fun? Are you fucking serious? You know very well, Kuno, how innocent girls can end up after a bit of fun with animals like that. Well, I, for one, am not going to sit back and let it happen, even if I have to creep in there myself and try to rescue them.
Oh, all right. It's not the smartest thing to do. But let's go and tackle those fuckers if that's how you want it.
Good. Thanks.
Right. We better try and save those girls from Hagen's brutes. Let's go!
Who wants their back covered?
My right arm is stiff since last night. Cover that side for me.
Read
And
your
best to
message
take
now.
off your gauntlet first, so as not to do yourself an injury.
It's a bit like me. I was born in
Thanks
England,
for your
moved up
invaluable
to
advice,
Scotland.
brothers.
My two youngest moved
Thanks,
up as
Jakey.
baby and toddler, and they've still got my accent, sort of. But when they get really angry, they've got a really bad Scottish accent. So
What's up, brother? Heart in your mouth.
there's no one else in my family that lives in Scotland.
It's a sign from God, Petter. A foretaste of what we'll do with the liquid loot we take from the foe.
Shit. I wanted to charge them with a terrifying roar. There'll be no more wine flowing here. Now it's your blood that will stain the ground.
Cute stuff. Don't not distract him. Good boy. Oh, be quiet. Not gonna touch him.
Hey!
Wake up. We gotta go and play dice in a minute. Right, let's put the slot on the horse. Do with the others on.
Good work, lads.
So, where's those damsels we so gallantly rescued?
Well, at least the booze didn't run away.
He's not there, so
So grab some tankards and let's get to it. We've a long way to go to finish the job.
actually woke up. Yep.
So you'll have some tales to run to Radzig with. They left us some damn good booze here. As my old man used to say, the fire of battle must be quenched. Of course, the only battle he was ever in was with Ma. But still, it fits. Anyway, I hope you'll drink with us.
Sure. Why look a gift horse in the mouth?
My words exactly. Me and the lads were just saying how we know nothing about you. Most of the folk around here have hardly been further than the village market. But you must have seen a thing or two.
That I have. I suppose you heard about the raising of Skalitz.
Aye, I heard. And Radzig told me you're from there. But that's probably not the kind of story to go with wine and good cheer.
Have you seen Sasau Monastery?
I've seen it from the outside. A fine building. But at the pace they're going, it'll never be finished.
You could be right. I've seen it from the inside.
Like, you were in the courtyard?
Like, I was in the cloisters.
Good one. Only the monks are allowed in there.
Exactly.
Come on, Henry. I like a good story, but at least make it believable.
I swear to God. I had to get in there to find a fella who was hiding out amongst the monks.
I see, but they don't take, no offence, every idiot that comes along.
No. You have to be able to read and write, and speak Latin, and sing it, even. Yeah, or at least convince them you can.
You speak Latin?
Sure. Bastio sepo volam, qui plagam diligo solam.
I'm impressed. What does it mean?
That's something about how you can't trust anyone. I don't know exactly.
You don't have to understand Latin to know that.
That comes in handy if you want to insult a priest, though.
Well, we have a scholar in our midst. And what's it like in the cloisters?
It's like time moves at a different pace there. You pretty much have to do the same thing day in, day out. Get up before dawn, pray in the chapel, eat with the brothers, then go and work in the gardens or the library.
I don't think I could handle that much excitement.
Yeah. It takes some getting used to, all right.
Tell us another.
How the hell would Henry know we just went in there, done the tour, killed the bloke, nicked the dice, and came out? He never actually
Once
did
I
anything.
met a very peculiar character in Sasau. He was selling amulets, relics, and all sorts of supposedly miraculous junk.
Charlatan! You want to watch out for fellas like that.
Indeed. But this charlatan took me on as an apprentice.
The sorcerer's apprentice? You're having me on, right?
No, it wasn't like that. He just wanted me to, acquire some things for him. Nothing too difficult, so I did it.
What kind of things?
Like a tooth from St. Procopius, for instance?
What? Relics like that don't exactly grow on trees.
Oh, of course. So instead, we settled for a tooth from some labourer called Procopius.
So this fella was walking around with a mouthful of relics. How did it end up?
Well, in the end, the charlatan was driven out of town by an irate mob. I was lucky they didn't lynch me instead.
Nobody likes a swindler, that's for sure. Tell us another.
I was trying to track down these bandits who raided the Neuhof stud farm, and the trail led to Ujitz. I made the acquaintance of the parish priest there.
Oh, I've heard some stories about him. Apparently he's quite a character.
That's putting it mildly. But he does keep his word, and he sure knows how to drink.
A typical man of the cloth, eh?
I don't know about other priests, but Godwin can booze like a master. So we ended up in the local tavern. What can I tell you? Wine, women, and song, you know how it goes. Well, we lost track of time a little, and then the bailiff came barging in and tells us it's past curfew and we're to clear out.
Was he on his own?
No, he had some men with him. I'm not sure how many. It's all a little blurry. Anyway, we explained to him politely that we had no intention of ending our enjoyment. So, after a bit of discussion with the bailiff, we carried on. Next morning, Godwin was as green as a frog and hardly able to walk. And then he realised he had to say mass.
That's a show I'd like to see.
Well, he couldn't do it. So he got me to preach the sermon.
You? Preaching? You're joking.
Well, I did my best. Of course, I wasn't in great shape myself, so I'm not sure what the flock made of it.
My word, you're a dark horse. A nice story, but let's just drink.
God for that. I've thought about tracing my family history, but never actually done anything about it because there's one side of the family I can't get in touch with. So, a lot of the details I can't get. Did I transfer everything over? Yes, I did. Right, hair of the dog. See if we can find where those bodies are, because Stephen never showed up, or Stefan, however you call him. Let's go to daylight and make it a bit easier. I can't remember. Did Ham do the Band of Bastards quest? Looks like the bodies are gone.
Yeah.
Let's head back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should get out of there.
Yeah.
Again. Don't fancy taking them on just now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Got a feeling the game's glitching again, because the cross swords should have been gone by now. Let's have a look this way. Hoping I don't have to reload and do that bit again. But it looks like I might have to.
Yeah.
go to the camp. If it's still there, then I'll reload.
Yeah.
Like, we're quite away from where we were, so it's not going away. I'm not going to be able to do anything else until they've cleared. So I'm going to have to reload from the last save. And do the whole thing again. Oh, hi Dan. How's your day been? We haven't gone back too far, so it's not that bad. It has been really hot today, hasn't it? Even in Scotland, it's been quite hot. Nice cool breeze, but still hot. I'm doing good. I said to Johnny I'd gone to the town with my youngest daughter today and stocked up on some more CBD, so I'm good for a while. But apart from that, we had a nice day out together, which we haven't had for ages. Still drunk. Let's take a picture. And go to the bathrooms. Just equip that bow one, because that's bugging. Sec, I'm just putting my chip butty together.
God watch over you. Good night. Especially in these dark times. Can I do something for you?
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. God bless.
Make sure no other quest is highlighted.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice one, guys. You ran off and left him. My horse like at the moment. Better go and empty the saddle before I get started on the rest. So you working tonight, Dan? I can't remember whether I asked or not, but I'm asking again just in case I didn't. Need boar hide, so I'll have a look in the chest, see if I've got any more. Let's see how it's 3. Food, but we do need sleep. So you work until 6 again in the morning? I think my brain's worked that out right. be sound asleep by then. But I suppose it's not so busy during... Hang on, got to talk to Teresa. Forgot about that. It's not so busy though, is it?
I've got something for you. I hope you won't need them, but just in case.
Thank you. Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to. Henry, let's play a game.
What game?
A guessing game. I have something with me today, and you have to guess what it is.
All right. You'll have to give me a clue, though.
I'll leave it to you two to
Fair
decide what he
Here's a clue for
answers,
you.
so
It's something
hope you're
you'd
watching.
find in a tavern.
Right. We know
it
that one's beer.
Oh, I made it too easy for you, didn't I?
So it
But
is beer.
the next bit
Let's
is
be
for you
having it
two
then.
to decide.
Wait, that's not all. Since you guessed right, as a reward, you can choose. Either I'll give you the beer, or I'll reveal one piece of family wisdom our grandfather used to tell us.
So do you want the beer or do you want wisdom? You two are going to regret
Tough
that.
choice. All right, I'll take the wisdom.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Really, really ready?
Don't leave me in suspense. Tell me.
Right. Listen carefully. This is the wisdom of our family, passed down from generation to generation. When someone offers you free beer, take it.
Well, that's it. All right, you got me. I admit it. Nice one.
At least next time you will be wiser. Anyway, that's all the wisdom I have for you today. It's time me and my beer headed for home. Will you accompany us?
Well, naturally, I couldn't leave such a pretty pair to go alone.
If anyone offers you two those options, take the beer. Hang on, my
Time
Twitch
passes
stream's
so quickly
gone
with
down
you,
on
Henry. Come and see me
laptop,
again
so I'm just
sometime.
going to try and load it again. One.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney?
Hopefully that'll be up and running again in a minute. Yep, let's go. It's the bell-shaped kettle hat. That's the one, you know, when I was saying on Hamstream about the UFO site.
Yeah.
That's the helmet they actually sized up and turned into a UFO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taking the wrong bloody turn and let's find a way to cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get on this way. Let's get off. Walk. No. So the SG.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, get off the bloody fence.
Can we set out?
Sure. We'll head towards Sasau today. Jakey heard at the tavern in Ledechko that someone there saw some unfamiliar horseman.
You think they could be Haggans?
Maybe, maybe not. It's enough that they're not local. Could be the escort of some merchant caravan, of course.
I asked Johnny a little while back, Dan. Can you remember if Ham's done this quest? The Band of Bastards? 'Cause it'd be good to see how he got on during it. This one's a pain in the ass.
Jakey, go and scout ahead. Don't want us running into any surprises. See if there's a good spot for us to camp.
Right, Chief.
What's the matter with Jakey? No back talk.
I gave him a swig of schnapps at supper. Perhaps it made a man of him overnight.
All that boar piss of yours
Go on,
took away
piss off,
his will
Jakey.
to live.
Zaś be devite potoki wina, nes venis nes semez is fima, nes venis nes eskas eslavi, citali piem nes tevain amlavi. Hey! Genskia citale plemen ohadi, pusti exovia bona gesradi.
Henry?
I'm coming, brother! Second! That's the horse!
We're on the riverbank!
I think I've put my shield away in the chest.
We have to get back to the bank! Quick! Before they cut us off!
Let's check the saddle and see if I've got one on the saddle. Nope. I don't have one. Let's nick one of theirs. Get your sword out. Give me your shield.
Kurwa!
Let's have a look. Fence is 80. Loot the bodies in a minute. Taken out all the ones that we need to. I can go back and loot the bodies and then catch up with the guys. No value. Still one around. Where are you? Mutt's injured, so he's not going to help me. We'll leave the rest, otherwise it'll be overloaded and I won't be able to get on the horse. Love you too, Kate. See how much room the horse has got left. I've still got enough to do a bit more looting. Sorry, guys. Remember.
Yeah.
Let's go and catch up with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They're gone. No.
Yeah.
It's like that time.
What now?
I don't know. They could be lying in wait for us anywhere. Someone must have snitched on us. We should split up. And get
See you
the
later,
fuck out
Johnny.
of here.
Sorry I didn't
So
see
every
you
man
when
for
you
himself?
posted it. I was too busy
Just
fighting and looting.
But
But
think it was
thank
one
you
of
for
the band
joining.
who betrayed us?
Look around for yourself. Who's missing? Jakey. That's who. I sent him on ahead, and he knows which way we're going. That little fucking Judas. When I get my hands on him, he'll rue the day he was born.
I'll try and track him down. He can't be too far away.
No, it's too risky. He could have Hagen's people all around him. All we need to do is get out of here in one piece.
Let's chance it. Shoot. No, what it's gonna do. Seeing all the other horses in the stables, these horses have got some weird names. Got Swindler, Sisyphus, Dog Breath. That one I'd love to steal, that's quite a good name. Madam B. One I don't know. And Hooch. Fancy having a horse called Dog Breath. In the glade. We're going looking for that little shit that betrayed everyone. So Andrew can help.
Good day.
Oh, I know what I've got to do. I've got to go back to the encampment, then they give me the quest. It's a bit confusing because I know where I've got to go and I try and cut out different steps and it never pays.
Yeah. Come here. I want to ask you something.
I'm not playing the ring game.
I see everyone made it back in one piece.
Thank Christ. Someone up there must like us. Somehow we always manage to get out of these sticky situations.
Well, someone up there, or someone down there.
Shit, right. Well, the main thing is we made it.
So we'll go patrolling again?
We will, but not you.
What? Why not?
I found out where Jakey is. I want you to grab him and beat everything he knows about Hagen out of him.
Where is he hiding?
He isn't, the little shit. He's drinking away his 30 pieces of silver in some alehouse, bold as brass. The inn on the meadow, or something like that.
The inn in the glade?
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. But why me?
For one thing, you're reliable. And for another, you're not likely to wring his neck on sight. Which can't be said for the rest of us.
What are you going to be doing in the meanwhile?
We'll go on patrol as normal. It could be a trick, you see, to lure us into a trap.
But what if they're waiting to spring a trap on me?
It could well be, Henry. So you should be very careful. But one thing's for sure, Jakey won't be there forever. And someone's got to go and check it out.
I'll get going then.
Go. And when you find him, deal with him however you see fit. Just make sure you find out what he knows first.
Right, Chief.
Right, I'm just gonna turn the mic off a sec. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. Right, I'm
Henry,
back again.
I want to have a word with you.
I do not want to play the ring game.
Ah, Henry. The very man I wanted to see. I've got a wee job for you.
Oh yeah? What?
See, me and the other fellas play this game. Couldn't give us this old cheap thing. We call it the Ring of Bacchus.
Us?
Bacchus. Some pagan god of feasting or whatever. We call it that because when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the fella who's got the ring on him.
Sounds like a fun game. Where do I come in then?
Well, now the stone has it. I think the stone has had the ring long enough, if you get what I'm saying.
I'll help you. I've got nothing else to do anyway.
I want to steal the ring from the stone while he's asleep, but that fella sleeps with one eye open. He needs a little help with sleeping soundly, and I've got a feeling you're the kind of man who knows how to arrange that kind of thing.
Sure. I'll bring you some sleeping potion.
Great. I knew I could count on you. And if you happen to come across that ring, all the better.
Let's see if we've got any in the saddle. Yep. Take two, because I think there's 2 pots. Ah, shoot. Can't do it with him though. See if he wants a game of dice. No. God. I thought I picked Lullaby up off the horse. Let's have a look. Bring the lullaby potion to Steph.
I've got that potion for you. A few drops in the stone's drink and he'll sleep like a baby.
I hope not. Babies have a tendency to shit themselves and wake up screaming.
True.
I've got a bit of coin today. What better way to use it than a game of dice?
I think we've got all our dice on us. Let's have a look. Come on, don't you glitch on me. Right, I'm going to have to leave the game and reload it because it's glitched. Right, this time we won't do the ring. Well, actually, we do the ring. We chance the dice. If it happens again with the dice, I give up. Must have been Lazarus potion I picked up last time.
Ah, Henry.
Oh yeah?
Right,
See,
we've seen
me and the
that.
other fellas back us.
Sounds like a fun...
Well,
I'll help you.
I want it, and I've got
Sure.
great.
I've got that...
I hope not.
Let's go to the end first and then come back. Well, actually I can't because he's got the potion.
Care to try your hand at dice?
Let's go in this time. I'm gonna have to find my other dice.
We'll see whose side Lady Luck is.
About time it went my way.
That's all. No point in pushing.
One, two, four, five.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
Come on, it's time I had a throw.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Right, I need 800. Done it.
Suck! I can't believe it!
Right, let's see if the other dice are on my horse. If not, they're probably at the mill. No, they're not there. Stop off at the mill before we... Oh, actually, we can go to the end. I've got a room there. Right, should be in here. Slow so I don't miss them. Don't need that one. That one only throws 3s, so that's no good. I'm looking for my odd dice. Oh. Let's see how many I've got in total now. Because they'll all come in handy for Hans's quest. 2 Heavenly Kingdom, 1 Lucky Player, 2 Odd. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Really need to salivate, well, a lot of the stuff that's in the chest, and go back to Privy and see how much I've earned there. It's all cobbler's kits, yep. Put those in the chest at the moment. We don't need this just yet. Let's go and check these dice out of the game. Going. Why is he?
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
I kicked him out of the town.
God save, what can I do for you?
Want to try your luck? Dice?
So give me a chance to test the combination.
Sir, bring it on. Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. This will be the one. We'll see. I shouldn't have pushed it.
Good
Not
job,
afraid
sir.
of anything, eh? Oh, come on. It's not there to throw. That's it. Oh, no. This will be the one. That's all. Oh, come on. It's not there to throw.
I think
Use your
Try
head,
again.
man. You'll lose everything. Finish.
see what dice that one is. I've got 2 special dice still in play, so I'll chance it.
How
now in the name of all that's holy?
Not too sure about the combination of dice that I've got. How's tonight been, Dan? Has it been busy? It's food. If you're not wearing armor plate, it'd be 50% easier for you to dodge strikes in combat. If you're wearing heavy. Taunt. Successful evasion during combat will lower your opponent's morale. We'll go for that one. Let's have a look. Your horse is wounded, it'll run faster. Your horse will become extremely skittish in storms, but will shy less in other weather. We don't need that. And that one we can't use, so we don't need any of the horse ones. When looting corpses, you'll find more money. Reduces your chance of being discovered when there's a lot of people around. I keep picking that one for some reason. It keeps getting done as though it's not been taken. Reveals stats for half the items in the pickpocketing victim's purse. Immediately reveals one of the items in the pickpocketing victim's inventory. We'll go for crowd control again. Right, what we're on for reading, still 14. Let's check I've emptied everything. Right, let's go and feed Mutt.
To heal, Mutt. That's a good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Talking to him. Some
God be with you.
I'm looking for a young fella by the name of Jakey.
A cheeky looking stripling.
That'll be him, all right.
Well, I don't like to snitch on my guests. It ain't good for business. But since it's you, I'll make an exception.
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, I was gonna throw him out on his ear at first. He strolls in here like some lord. ordering people around. He's nothing but a snot-nosed brat. But then, he showed me the way of his person. Well, business is business. He stayed here a couple of days. Yesterday evening he was boozing here. And then went off to the woods with some wench.
To the woods? That's a very broad term in these parts.
Someone said they saw them heading south across the meadow. There's pine woods there and cliffs, and that's where they went. The girl's father was here with her, a merchant. As soon as he noticed she was gone, he went off to look for her. You might meet him.
All right. Thanks.
See what training you've got.
I hear you're able to open locks without a key. Will you teach me how?
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
All right, but it'll cost you.
I've leveled up enough.
Now, pay close attention.
See what level I'm now. 12. You can unlock easier locks automatically. If your lockpick breaks, you'll have a 10% chance of opening the lock instantly. Chances increase even more with easy locks, on the contrary, decrease with hard locks. Sixth Sense will warn you if someone's about to catch you in the act of lockpicking, so you'll have more time to escape. I'm not getting drunk. After successfully picking a lock, you have 20% chance of any broken lockpicks returning to your inventory. We'll go for the easier locks. Is that all the skills? Well, we didn't need horsemanship. That's all that. Every time I see what looks like a bowl at the bottom, I keep thinking he's hungry, but he's actually smitten.
Come and have a word.
Yeah.
Speed up time a bit and see if it stops raining. Better. Let's see if that's the father.
Good day to you. What do you need?
What's going on here?
Marie, my daughter's run away. That's what's going on. Some people at the inn said they saw her running this way with some fellow. And not far from here I found her scarf.
I see. Why don't you follow her then?
I would, of course. Only they said the fellow was armed. And I've got a horse and wagon here. I might get robbed while my back was turned.
Well, she's your daughter. Are you just going to stand here and do nothing?
The thing is, it's not the first time she's done it. And she always came back. But I've got to carry on to Sternberg, and she's nowhere to be found.
Ah. Well. I can have a look for your Maria, if you want.
You do that?
Of course. Helping my neighbour in his hour of need is my Christian duty.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You said you found her scarf here somewhere?
Yes. Right past the shrubbery there. Hanging on a tree.
I'll have a look that way then.
Good luck to you. Maria! Marushka! Where are you? My little girl! Come back!
See how big this area is. That's quite small. Let's get the horse to make things easier. Let's get off the ground.
Raymant's on the rocky outcrop, so it seems.
You off to bed, Kate? Eh? Did you say yes or no? Okay. Who where this girl is? Know where Jakey is. Don't know where the girl is.
Help me, please! That sneaky little bitch!
I can hear the father, but I can't find him. sounds too. Can't be too far away. It's only a little area.
Hey, there's someone there. It's me, Jakey.
If I knew he was just looking for
Henry,
Jakey, it wouldn't have been
Please
so much.
untie me. I'm glad you're here, Henry. I thought I'd be stuck here till Judgment Day.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I picked up this wench at the inn, see? And we wanted to go somewhere quiet. Only the bitch whacked me on the head with a rock and fucked off with all my coin.
Did she now? And which way did she go?
I haven't a clue, but I reckon as far away from her father as she can get. She won't be going back in a hurry. I've met some mad wenches in my time, but that one was a piece of work. She could have just asked me for coin, instead of trying to smash my skull right away, and then to leave me like this.
Oh, now you know what it's like when someone fucks you. Shame she didn't hit you a bit harder, though.
Listen, Henry, that thing with Hagen, I didn't want to, really, but they kept threatening me. And then they offered me coin. Jesus, Henry, I've never seen a pile of coin like that in my life. Kuno wouldn't give me as much as half a groschen for a cheap wench.
Yeah, my heart bleeds. Enough. Tell me where I can find Hagen.
Hagen? Lord Zool? Yeah, I'll tell you, Henry. We're still mates, right?
Oh, I don't know if I'd go as far as mates, but let's just say I understand.
I knew you and me would understand each other. So you'll let me go if I tell you?
Let you go? That rock must have really scrambled your brains.
Henry, I'm really sorry. I swear. Those fellas scared the wits out of me.
I can believe that. But why didn't you tell us about it? You didn't have to betray us.
I don't know. I was confused. Please, let me go.
First, tell me where Hagen is, and then we'll see.
I won't say anything as long as I'm tied up. I know how that goes. I'll be left here for the crows.
I know what you mean, Jakey. Kuno's no less of a bastard than that Hagen. They're all birds of a feather.
Yeah, right? But why ride with them then?
Because Kuno's on my side. I didn't pick him, and maybe Sir Radzig wouldn't have either if he had a choice. One thing I know. If you don't tell me where Hagen is, more innocent people will suffer.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Hagen's planning to raid some village. Samapesh, I think. He's gonna go there in person, along with what's left of his band. So, are you gonna untie me now?
I'll untie you, all right? And take you where you belong.
What? What are you saying? Where?
To jail.
But you can't. We had an agreement.
We didn't agree on anything. My conscience is clear.
That house, prison, jail, whatever you want to call it, cells. I'm surprised it's not overflowing with the amount Henry's brought back. Wonder if Riki's still in there.
Flour, egg.
So it's just to go back. Actually, if we go back to the tavern, see if the father's still there. See if we can talk to him and tell him where his daughter's gone. If not, we'll come straight back. See. It's done.
Yeah.
Good day to you.
I have news of your daughter.
Oh? But she's not with you. What happened?
That little vixen bashed Jakey over the head and took his money.
Clever lass.
What?
Who cares? The question is, where's Maria? Why hasn't she come back?
Well, it's not that I feel sorry for that sneaky bastard, but you seem suspiciously happy with your daughter's behaviour.
Well, Maria's a big girl. I'm glad she's able to take care of herself. So where is she?
I don't know. She cleared off after she robbed him.
A little bitch.
What?
Never mind. It's not the first time she's done it. Anyway, I'll wait here a bit longer.
All right. Well, I'll be on my way.
Run along. Take care now.
Looks like the daughter seduces men, takes their money, and the father cashes in on it. Right. Let's head back to where we were. It's clear. Hang on, what state is my armor in? It's repairing, let's get that fixed. Right, everything else I'll have to go to the shop to get repaired.
Hey, Henry! I'd like a word with you.
Who's talking to me?
Let me guess. It's about that ring?
Yeah. You gave it to Fletch, right?
Yeah.
That's a shame. I had my eye on it. Any idea where he put it? He definitely ain't got it on him.
Sorry, not a clue.
Look here. If you could get it back from him and bring it to me, I'll give you something for your trouble.
Sounds fair enough.
Let's try. I hate it when the nests roll away. takes me to him.
This what? This joke, you blockhead. I'm asking if you heard...
I've got the ring.
Kuno won't know what hit him. I'll drink the alehouse dry, just to get my money's worth. Here, have a drink yourself, on me.
Thanks. Enjoy.
Find out who wants it next. Stefan's already had it. I'll give up on the ring, I don't like that quest. Just want to get this one finished. Hang on a sec. Just trying to get the stream to reload, it's playing. Yeah, I know
I found Jakey,
nest
and I
was
know
in the
what
tree. I
Hagen
was
is planning.
trying to get
Spit
the
it out, then.
best direction.
Zul
Well,
plans
best
to raid
angle.
Samapesh, and he wants to lead the attack himself.
I see. And what about that treacherous little bastard?
I took him to the Ratai jailhouse.
What will happen to him?
That's up to Sir Radzig. Considering what he did, he'll be lucky to get out of it alive.
I'm not so sure. Radzig always had a soft heart. He got me off the gallows after all. Saddle up now. We'll ride to Samapesh right away.
All right.
I'm just gonna put some water in the kettle, quick. It's the only thing with the changes in the weather, it either gets due or it doesn't. And that's what seems to be triggering my coughing.
There they are. I can see Zul's colours.
It seems they want a parley, sir.
Parlay, eh? Right then. Let's parlay.
God be with you, Sir Kuno.
My respects, Sir Hagen.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure since the siege of Lansenbach, wasn't it?
An age ago, that
Oh, like his armour.
In those days, we fought under the same banner.
We did. And even today, we may yet part friends. After all, my quarrel is not with you, but with Kobila.
The thing is, your quarrel with Lord Kobila is my affair. since he tasked me with keeping order in his lands. And you, Hagen, you were disturbing that order.
No offence, sir, but you are just a mercenary whose main concern is keeping order in his purse. My dispute with Ratzig Cobbler concerns a higher ideal. Cobbler shamed my family over a trifling misdemeanor. He hanged my father, razed our castle to the ground, gave our property away to his family and cronies. And for that, I demand just retribution. But you don't have to stand in my way, Kuno. I'm well aware why you serve Ratzig. You owe him a favor. And from what I've heard, it's not the first time you've had to pay him back. It won't be the last either. The fact of the matter is, you fight Cobbler's battles for him, and you've little or nothing to show for it. If you accept my offer, on the other hand, you can ride away from here a rich man.
It's counterfeit.
What do you say, sir?
Got to be counterfeit money.
Kuno, you can't do it.
You're making a common mistake, Henry. There's a difference between what a man can't do and what he ought not to do. In this case, the difference is the size of Hagen's offer.
Have you no honour at all? To sell yourself to the highest bidder?
The only bidder. Radzig never offered me a groschen.
Because you owe him a favour.
And this is the third time I've had to pay him back. My conscience is clean.
Tell me, Kuno, what do you think makes a good mercenary?
If I knew that, I'd have a marble palace in Florence. I'd sit all day on a golden throne drinking wine. But I suppose for a start, he should be skilled in warfare.
Oh, that's how you see it. But what about those who enlist your service? What they value is loyalty and fulfilling your duty. A mercenary who turns after coin like a vane after the wind isn't worth his salt.
An eloquent speech, but like I said, I've paid Radzig back quite enough. So if you don't mind, I'll take that pile of coin and fuck off.
And then what? Do you think anyone will ever hire you again after they hear of this?
With that much money, I won't have to worry about that for a while. Anyway, everyone will understand how things really stand.
Do you really think Sir Radzig and others like him will share your interpretation of mercenary's honour? Not a chance. Everyone will see you for the swindler and turncoat you are, and Sir Radzig and I will make damn sure you won't come out of this smelling of roses.
Are you threatening me?
Call it what you like.
Fine. It seems you have learned something after all.
You'll stay then?
Obviously.
Well, it didn't seem so obvious to me.
Come on now, Henry. Don't take offence. And let's go and deal with Hagen. It's true, Sir Hagen. This is not the first time I've paid Radzig back. Nor will it be the last. But then, he did save my neck from the noose. So I'll be long beholden to him. I'll make no bargain with you. But I will take your silver.
You would fight me? You're a damn fool.
I've no wish to fight, but neither do you. Otherwise you wouldn't have tried to buy me off. So it seems that we're evenly matched. Let's see who fortune favours.
Gotta protect him. Not him.
So be it.
just in case he dies. Gotta protect Kuno. Get your sword back out from me. See who's dead. I didn't mean to hit him.
What's that?
I hit stone. Oh, I'm trying to pick it up and I've got to steal it. Oh, that must be stones. Grab all loot. Out the way, man. Where's Lord High? Probably dead. That's all of them. Hopefully he's alive. Hopefully the stone's alive. Loaded quite a bit. Go to tell him to go put the stuff on. Go back to the camp.
Yeah.
At least I can get on the horse and it's not slow walk back.
Yeah.
Once I go back, that's the Band of Bastards DLC finished. And then that just leaves Hans's one, I think. Then I think all the DLCs are done. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Ah, it's your fault. You could see I was waiting to cross. Don't know what happened there. Again. That's all that I think that's all that's got to go back. Loads of those. 13 away. Let's go back to Kuno's camp. That's how it's fitting him now. Normally his head's sticking through the top.
Yeah.
See who made it back. Bangla. Stefan. Sakuno. Eto. Ito. I think the other two aren't coming back.
Well, that's that. What now?
I don't know about you, but I'll have to do some recruiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost them.
Sorry about your men.
Can't be helped, lad. They knew what they were getting into. That's a mercenary's lot.
No, I know, but you seemed like good companions.
Aye, but a company like that doesn't last forever. I've buried enough men, let me tell you. You should go and report to Sir Radzig that we won the day.
Good news. You nearly betrayed Sir Radzig.
You mustn't take it like that, Henry. Radzig knows well how things stand with me. And that was the last favour I'll do him.
What, you think I ought to be grateful that you didn't betray us?
It sounds peculiar when you put it that way, I admit. But that's how it is. If there's anything else you want from us, we'll be at the encampment in a few more days. And then, God willing, we'll move on. Well, if I don't happen to see you again, good luck.
For an a-hole, he's actually quite a good guy. Last game of dice. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hans' quest is ready to go again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've got to go and get the necklace. Will that quest marker be the poacher?
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Sir, we got rid of Zool.
Finally, some good news. Tell me all about it.
We caught up with Hagen in the fields near Merhoyed, and there was a skirmish. It was a tough fight, but in the end, we were victorious. Hagen fell.
Good. That's good news, Henry. Any losses on our side? Kuno's men? How did they fare?
Some of Kuno's men fell, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that. Such is a mercenary's life. May they rest in peace. Anyway, you deserve a reward for your efforts. And thank you, Henry. Once again, I'm beholden to you. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Go on, be cheeky.
No, I can't deny. Sometimes I get the feeling I'm the only one around here who's capable of getting things done.
True enough. I lost a lot of good men in Skalitz. I'm glad I still have you, at least. Best go and rest now.
Thank you, sir.
See you later.
That's the outpost. It's finished and completed. Oh, there is one more DLC to do, and it involves the the Tourney. And that's beating Black Peter and finding out about the blacksmith's son.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which DLC that comes under, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
Gotta go there soon. It's a little town. Let's go and find out which one this is. Gone for the friggin' blacksmith one. I don't. The innkeeper's one. Let's try some. It's not that one. Up the quest, so it's not Ushitz, it's not Townberg. I don't think it's Ushitz. I don't think I've done it. It's like
Yeah.
I know the Tornado one won't turn up until I've actually done one, I think. Or until at least I've that I've taken part in one.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Is something troubling you?
I wouldn't say it's troubling me exactly, my boy, but I've heard talk about the Sasso blacksmith and I'm losing sleep over.
What talk might that be?
They say they've heard him chanting when he tempers steel, and that nothing of his ever breaks.
Using spells to strengthen steel? Sounds like wives' tales to me.
That's what they say. They say he's always muttering something, and if anyone catches him at it, he stops at once and gives them dirty looks.
Maybe he's just praying.
Well, he's getting help of some sort, whether it's prayers or something less holy.
Well, if it's troubling you, go and have a look for yourself.
Easy for you to say. I have too much work to do. And anyway, I can't just turn up asking questions. He wouldn't tell me anything.
And, how could I help with that?
Simple enough. Go there and find out if there's any grain of truth in it.
I suppose asking costs nothing.
Just don't ask him outright about any sorcery.
Don't worry, I'm not that daft.
Good, good. And don't worry. You won't be the poorer for it. Once you find out what's what, I'll find a way to recompense you.
All right. I'll go and see if there's anything to the stories.
Good. But be subtle about it. Don't go embarrassing yourself. Or me. Take care now.
From the yard or from the wood, lean and fatty pork, chicken and bacon. We have it all. Come and see.
Dad, too. I was worried about her.
The forge he
Let's check speech. Should be off.
Kuttenberg is far, far away. Kuttenberg is far here. I'll stay.
Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
While I'm here.
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region. That metal you've tempered never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course, some of my pieces are broken, but only ever here at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
I understand. I remember. Father always heated up the iron until it was bright red, just starting to turn bright yellow. The furnace hummed gently and glowed, and then the water hissed. There was sweat on our foreheads too.
Fine words and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, Off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
And is that all? There's nothing else you do with it?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while, and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time, it doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
I'd like to ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about tempering.
See you later.
Yeah.
Unless we get kicked out first for either trespassing or for not having a torch.
God be with you.
Master Blacksmith, I think I know how the tempering gets done in Sasau.
And what have you found out? Don't keep me on tenterhooks. Out with it.
He heats it up to red, 3 steps away from yellow, and then stops heating, says the Lord's Prayer, and quenches.
I'll be damned. That's pretty much what I do too. Except I just count.
I'm just saying what I found out.
That's as may be. But there must be something else he does differently if he does the quenching just like I do.
He said he repeats the tempering straight after, but only warming up the iron, so it never even turns red.
Tempering twice in a row? Why would he do that?
He said it happened by chance once, and he noticed it made everything stronger, so now he does it that way all the time.
Well, there's no harm in trying it out, is there?
Are you satisfied?
You did what I asked of you, so I'm at your service. And here's something to keep you going.
I've heard that some time ago a pilgrim from the Holy Land was selling a few relics. Did he come by here and offer you part of a sword?
Would it surprise you if I said yes? Why do you ask?
I'd buy the piece from you.
Well, why not? I don't know why I let myself get bamboozled into buying it. It's quite useless, and I can't say I've had good luck ever since. God be with you.
Right, second piece.
We can give it a go.
Back to Ratte and get some repairs done.
Bread beat just this morning. Bread.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Needs.
Flour, egg.
Garlic soup for the winter, onion soup for the spring.
Good God! You look terrible. Did someone attack you?
Yeah, villagers, cumin, bandits, women.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
See if it needs done. It's done.
Good people, come up close and have a smell.
A torch will help. Your fields lie fallow. In the heart.
Yeah.
Isn't it heavy? The armor, I mean?
I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to.
This is the end of A Woman's Lot. Wasn't sure whether I'd already completed this one or not, but I haven't, so this is the end of that one.
was quite a long way. So, are you going to tell me why we came here?
Here's where my brother is.
Oh. I didn't realise. Sorry.
I wanted to come back here, but I was afraid to come alone.
Very wise. It's still not safe in these parts.
Sometimes I think it was my fault. If only I'd done more for him, he might still be alive. If we'd left the mine during the night with Matthew and the others, maybe it would all have ended differently.
Maybe, but I doubt it. You said yourself that Samuel wouldn't have managed the journey. You did everything you could for him. And if you'd left during the night, you wouldn't have saved my life.
I know. It's just so hard sometimes. I know I did everything, but it wasn't enough. How could God let it happen?
I'd say God had nothing to do with what happened to Skalitz. You're not to blame for anything. It's the war and all the futility and suffering around it that's to blame.
Henry, I'll never forget Samuel and Stibor and Papa, and I'll never be able to accept the injustice of it all. But I still have you.
I love you, Teresa.
I know. Thanks for walking with me, Henry. And for everything else. I couldn't manage without you.
So go and buy this, and go and buy the DLC, A Woman's Lot. Everything that's happened is mainly because of Stibor and her father. They were stealing sacks and sacks and sacks of silver. And that's why Skalitz got turned over, because of all the silver that went missing. They thought Radzik was in on it. That's what I'm getting from it. If anyone else gets anything different from it, let me know. So quiet. Sleep.
The time passes so quickly with you, Henry. Come and see me again sometime.
Weapon. Sure. Said we see what we've got left to do. Go to Veranik. Get the necklace back. That'll be the next one. Queen of Sheba we can do whenever. All these ones can be done anytime. So next time when I stream, we'll be doing Zahan's necklace and possibly going to Vranik as well. But for now, I'm going to say goodnight. And I might be on again later, I'm not sure. But if I'm not back on tonight, I will see you tomorrow, possibly around about 7 o'clock. But for now, I say goodnight. And also, if you can, check out Van Ham Gaming and Last Light Plays. They're brilliant streamers. They've given me a lot of support. Check them out and see what you think. But for now, I'll say goodnight. Bye. Thanks, Dan. I don't know whether you're driving, but if you're not, thank you for being on.